Welcome to another episode of The Pickpocket. The first announcement I want to make is that we here at The Pickpocket, we have won 3 nights straight. We've been winning money every day, man. We've been taking our own suggestions, right? The tips that we've been giving you guys, we've been taking our own suggestions and putting them in. And guess what, guys? We've been winning money. We haven't been winning millions of dollars. We haven't won thousands of dollars yet, but we've been winning money. Last night, the thing that hurt a lot of lineups is that Detroit game versus the Cleveland Cavaliers, because they went into double overtime, I believe. Either single overtime or double overtime. They went into double overtime, so the people who had lineups with multiple Cavaliers and multiple Pistons, their lineups did really well. The overtime game did hurt a lot of people, but it is what it is. We were also right about Drummond having a decent game. He played really, really well. So man, y'all gotta follow our suggestions, man. We spreading knowledge. We trying to win y'all money. We've been winning every day. We trying to help y'all win every day too, right? Also, shout out to the guy who left a comment on our last video. I think I butchered somebody's name. I butchered somebody's name, man. Hey, man, I just want to tell you that at the end of the day, I'm human, right? I was recording the video real late last night, so I wasn't as sharp real early yesterday, so I wasn't as sharp as I normally am. So I apologize, I'm human. Actually, I butcher a lot of names, honestly, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. But we'll see, man. But like I said, please leave more comments, and we will respond. Please like and share the video. And without further ado, let's get into this analysis because we have some great games today. I'll see y'all on the next video.
All right, guys, so for this particular video, it is going to be very important for you to utilize the pause and rewind button because I have matters that I have to attend to, so I have to make this video very brief. So again, I repeat, for you to get the information that you need, please utilize the pause and rewind button. We've made another presentation for you guys, so for nights like this, when we do have to be brief, you still can get all the information and everything that you need, because we organized it perfect for you guys, so you guys shouldn't have a problem getting all the information that you need. All right, let's move on. All right, this is the key. We're going to use the same format as last video. Be sure to pause because you're going to see these symbols right next to the players, and these symbols all mean something, so make sure you look at these symbols. Like I said, we had it in our previous video. If you want to hear me go specific on what the symbols are, I did do that on the last video we recorded yesterday, if you want to hear my analysis on these symbols. But if you want to, which I suggest, you should just read these and go on with your way and pause, rewind, and come back to these symbols if you want to find out the meaning. Alrighty. Be sure to, I'm not going to go over all this, but one thing I really want to highlight is the third paragraph. And it said, and it's the paragraph talking about the Lakers and the Wolves. Basically, what we're trying to say is that LeBron and Anthony Davis are game time decisions tonight. We usually don't pick game time decisions, especially players that cost as high as LeBron and Anthony Davis. You got Anthony Davis costing around $10,000, and I believe LeBron James was around $11,000 at one point. I don't know if he went down or up. I have to recheck that. But we usually stay away from game time decisions because they may not play. You know what I mean? And you gotta understand, LeBron James and Anthony Davis, they're coming off of a championship run, and the season started early, so there's a really chance that they may not play tonight. There's a chance they may play tonight, but if they don't play, it would literally ruin your whole lineup because you paid all that money for them, and they don't play, and if they don't play, you just lost out on all that money. Your whole lineup's ruined. So we try to stay away from them. So keep that in mind. Like I said, pause that to read the rest of this. We're moving on. The players that I really want to touch on today, I'm not going to touch on everybody, but I want you to look at Kevin Durant. We predicted that Kevin Durant was going to go up in salary, and he did. Now he's at $9,500. I believe he was around $8,500. He was around $8,500 the last time we did a video. Now he's at $9,500. So take advantage. Durant is kind of getting up there. We believe he's going to get around the 10,000s. That's what we're predicting. So he's still a great pick right now. They are going against Charlotte. There may be a potential blowout. Brooklyn Nets may blow them out, but we'll see. Hopefully the Brooklyn Nets don't blow them out so Kevin Durant can play a lot. That's what we're hoping over here. But anyway, Westbrook, it looks like Westbrook is playing tonight. So take advantage of Westbrook. As you can see with the star next to his name, he's going to give you the FPPG, and it's going, pretty much he's going to match up to his price. So he costs a lot, and he's going to give you a lot of FPPG. So keep that in mind. All right, we're going to go over the two guys I want to go over on this slide. And like I said, make sure you look at everybody else. Just because I'm not going over everybody on the slide doesn't mean they are not important. But we're going to talk about these two people, Joel Embiid and Andre Drummond. Joel Embiid, as you can read in the description below, Joel Embiid has a long history of doing extremely well against Andre Drummond. We know this. We've been watching this for years. Joel Embiid owns Andre Drummond. So take advantage of Joel Embiid if possible. Take advantage of Joel Embiid and get him if possible. Now, we're hoping he doesn't foul out. We hoping he doesn't get a tech. We hoping he doesn't get injured, right? So take that into consideration. But if you minus all that, if it just comes down to basketball, get Joel Embiid tonight. I like Andre Drummond. I'm kind of nervous about him tonight, honestly. Andre Drummond, he's a great rebounder and a great defender, but when he goes against Joe, I'm sorry, he's not a great defender. He's an okay defender. He's a great rebounder, and he's great at finishing around the basket. But when he goes against Joel Embiid, things just go wrong. So just keep that in mind. And of course, Sabonis. I've been preaching Sabonis for the past few videos. If you don't see Sabonis is a good pick yet, something's wrong with you. And as you can see, he costs us $9,100, so he's going up in salary. So keep that in mind. Take advantage of him. Take advantage of Sabonis while he's still fairly affordable. All right, sleepers. We got Steph. We got Fox, and the most important one we want to talk about, and like I said, just because I'm not talking about them doesn't mean they are not important. Like I said, I got to make this very brief for this video. But DeJounte Murray had a triple-double last game. He was going against a tough defensive Toronto team, and he somehow pulled together a triple-double. Now, the good thing about DeJounte is that he's a great defender. He gets rebounds, he gets steals, and he occasionally scores. So even if DeJounte is not scoring field goals, he's still going to rack up those FPPG points for you with steals, rebounds, blocks, and all the other stuff, right? So be sure to look at DeJounte, and we're moving on. But make sure you look at all these players on this slide. All right, value picks. James Wiseman has been really impressive. He's going against a weak Chicago team. Chicago is poor when it comes to defense. And Wiseman is really cheap right now. So make sure you read that description below because it has a lot of information that you will really want to consider. So make sure you read that. I'm not about to go into the rest of these players, but Wiseman is very cheap. I would take advantage of him if I were you. All right, and also make sure you look at these guys too. These are some guys who are still fairly cheap, but they're going to give you good FPPG. So make sure you look at these guys and adjust your lineup accordingly. Also here, Sexton had a really good night against Detroit last night, so keep that in mind. And Schroeder is always very productive, and Buddy Hield, he's very productive, and he's fairly cheap. He's only $5,800, so keep that in mind. All right, mock lineup number 1. This is our gift to you. As you can see, we got DeJounte, we got Drew Holiday, Dennis Schroeder for the late game, Terrence Ross, Jaylen Brown, Kevin Durant, Marvin Bagley, and James Wiseman. That's a really solid lineup right there. So please do not use the lineup player for player, but substitute the players that you see fit. If you want to use 90% of this mock lineup, feel free, but do not use 100% of it. All right. Oh, we also did another one for you guys, so make sure you look at that. Let's see. Keldon Johnson is very productive. Keldon Johnson, he doesn't have to score. He gets rebounds too. He's a great defender. And I already talked about Dennis Schroeder, and like you see, we got Joel Embiid down there. So this is a really solid lineup, so keep that in mind. And we also got LaMelo Ball, you know, somebody that hopefully he scores 20 FPPG. He's just a fill-in. So keep that in mind. And we also did 3 lineups for you guys. This is one of my favorite ones, so make sure you look at this lineup. We got Kyrie, Steph, Bradley Beal, Jaylen Brown. We got Crowder, Montrezl Harrell. We got some guys who can potentially go bonkers. So make sure you keep that in mind. And like I said, remember, mock lineups are meant to provide a base for your roster. You can fill in where you think other picks would do better. So please, please remember that. Please like, comment, share, and thank you for choosing to watch another episode of the Pickpocket DFS. We'll see you on the next video.